Welcome to LifePoint TV. I'm Pastor Del Phillips. I am your host for LifePoint, your path to real life. We're going to find our concluding lesson in Gospel of John, chapter 5. We have focused our attention on verses 5 through 9, and I'm going to bring this conversation in this passage to a close. Focus on verse 8 and verse 9. The last message we dealt with was changing your position and your disposition. Jesus replies to the excuses of the man who laid at this in this place of healing for 38 years. The reply that Jesus gives to the list of hindrances that he surrendered as his reason for not having whole life, Jesus says to him, "Rise." So I'm hoping for those that have heard that word gets buried in your spirit to lift you up. The word that comes from God is given to lift us up. Jesus says, "Rise," to lift up this man's hope, lifting up his aspirations, lifting up his dreams, his vision. Rise, move from lower to higher. Then he says, after you change, listen to me, after you change your disposition, your spiritual position, your thinking about yourself, then you can take up your bed. Take up that bed which you have rested on, the bed that you have laid on for 38 years. In other words, the bed that has hindered you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. The bed of this impotent man was his crutch, his daily excuse, his daily justification for not walking, not moving, not rising up. His bed became his personal comfort zone. Ooh, I know this is messing with somebody who's watching this program today. We can get to that place even in our weakness, in our infirmity, in that place of spiritual impotency where we are comfortable resting in a bed so that we are not planning on moving forward. We're planning on someone else having to carry us from point A to point B. We become reliant on the environment that we have created to sustain us in our weakness. So comfortable that we sleep in that bed, live in that bed every day. But Jesus says, when you change your position, your disposition, and you begin to rise, you are lifted up. The word of God lifts you up. You will be able to take up that circumstance, that place of comfort, that place where you relied or settled into your weakness. You'll take it up. Why? So you can walk. Ooh, I'll close with this. Every day I'm walking. I'm walking with my testimony of where I came from. I'm walking with my bed, if you will, where I used to lay down to remind me that God has raised me up. I'm walking fully embracing whole life and remembering that I don't want to go back to laying down in a bed of weakness, of impotency, of immobility. I'm walking, but reminded every day that I'm not walking. Listen to me, I'm not walking in my own strength because my weakness reminds me how inadequate I am. But I'm walking by the faith of God. I'm walking by faith, not by sight. I can see my weakness, but I'm not walking in what I see. I'm walking in what I believe. I know that I'm inadequate, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Take this word of encouragement. Rise up. Allow the word of God to lift you up. Take up that bed, that place of comfort, that place that hindered you, and begin to walk with your testimony. Share with somebody else how God has raised you up to walk in the newness of life. God bless you. This is Pastor Del Phillips encouraging you Stay on the path that leads to real life.